I'm still not at that phase in my business where I'm not off the tools.
Yeah.
You know,
We're on the fence at the moment, aren't we? Yeah.
But I'm away so I was away I can only go away for a week at the most. But out of that week, I was probably working 3 days on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, every holiday in the past 5 years has been that way.
But I'm still dealing with emails.
Don't like
I'm
that,
still
I do
getting
that with
phone
life.
calls. I'm still managing the labs.
There's no shut off from anything, is there? You
No.
don't breathe it. Regardless of where you are in the world,
Yeah.
what you're doing in the world. You know, I've been away on a boat trip or something. You just think about work. You see something and it just clicks, and you think there's no shut off. You can't just turn off from it, can you? And
No.
You know, the holidays are times when you want to be turning.
Well, that's it, and that's why I was bringing it up really more than anything, because you know we went away to try and I was reasonably stressed before we went with everything that was going on, and I was quite looking forward to a few days sort of away, and then literally I think I had 2 days where the phone didn't ring, which was the first 2 days, and then the phone and email and the customers was all after. So then I'm actually coming home
Needing a
more
holiday.
stressed than what I went with.
Knowing all that work you got to do.
Knowing that I got what I got to deal with, you know. And I'd have to say, I was talking to a customer only yesterday, and he was an ex-alcoholic for many years, and he's been clean for many years now. But he actually got into meditation, and this is what we were just shooting the breeze, and he said for him, that's what helped him, you know, and he was saying, look, try not to worry about what's happened in the past and what's happened in the future. Just worry about what's in front of you at that time.
Yeah.
You know, he says, because it's all psychological. He says, what's happening a week or 2 weeks down the road really doesn't matter.
Yeah, we have no control over that.
Doesn't matter. He says, but it's your brain telling you, oh, I've got to worry about that. He said, try not to worry about it. Just try and deal with what's in front of you. He said, then you'll find that you'll probably be fine. You'll just deal with the issue, and then you'll know that when you get to that next week, you'll deal with the issue that you've got to deal with then. So don't forward, you know.
Just on that, I read a fact a couple of weeks back. It was 65% of worries, a minimum of 65% of worries, don't actually become.
Yeah, don't manifest.
Never manifest.
You worry.
Yeah. Which is mad, isn't it?
Yeah, crazy.
As you say, we also worry about what's happened previously. So something that I've been taught and learnt quite a lot about recently is actually getting that out. So you don't have to discuss it with everybody, because it's so hard to discuss and open up a lot of the time. So just to be able to write that down and get it out of the mind onto paper, just leave it a day or two, come back, reread it, and then just burn it. And you don't think about it again after that. I'll tell you that for true. And it works. It might not work for everybody, but it works for a majority. It might not work for the minority. But again, I think us having this discussion openly and honestly today, I think we should be an advocate, towards people, because nobody discusses the mental health, their addictions, the drinking problems within the industry. They just crack on with it and they think it's normal.
Yeah.
England has got the highest cocaine usage in the whole of the UK. In the whole of Europe, sorry, not the UK, the whole of Europe, yeah? And people think, oh, it's Friday, let's get on it. Then they do Friday, Saturday, maybe not do Sunday, but probably Sunday. And then they come into work on a Monday, Tuesday, they're just not even worth being there.
Yeah.
And then on Wednesday, they're talking about weekend again.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, there's the issue, because they don't think they got anything else to do except drink.
I used to have, I used to know a lad, a good friend, used to be a good friend, and that was his routine, but on the drink.
It used to be mine.
And he'd have his wages go in, he'd ask to be paid weekly.
Yeah.
He'd have his wages go in Friday night. It would be gone by Sunday morning.
Yeah, subs on Monday.
And then he'd be wanting subs for the rest of the week. And he would just literally go home, shower change, straight to the pub, all Friday night, till whatever hour in the morning, sleep through most of the Saturday, because it would be stupid o'clock. Go straight to the pub then, mid-afternoon, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, all through Saturday again, do it again Sunday. And then if he turned up Monday, he was no good to anybody.
Yeah.
And then sometimes if he had money still left, he'd go out then on the Monday night and turn up on Tuesday, absolutely wasted.
But what I have
And
noticed,
then repeat, and week after week.
that's with your employees or people that work for people. As business owners, we could still do that and do it till 5 o'clock on a Monday morning, but still be in work at 6:30.
Yeah.
Whether we were being respectful with people's lives, driving them around, still smashed from the weekend, we'd still get up and do what we needed to do. But to some people, that's their relief.
Yeah.
But it's not when it gets on top of you.
No.
Because suddenly your whole world's crashing
Yeah.
down. You're isolated, you're drinking and using on your own, stuck in a bedroom,
Yeah.
and that shit's just getting heavier and heavier
Yeah,
and heavier
yeah.
every time.
I think the main thing is really, isn't it, is one speaking, speak to someone, or speak to yourself and try and help yourself.
Yeah.
And the other one's a hobby.
Yeah.
Replace
Yeah.
that pub time or drug time, whatever it may be, with something else. Gym,
Yeah.
swimming, walking, whatever it may
The
be.
gym's a massive one for mental health.
Yeah.
I've stopped using the gym for years, and I got back into the gym about 3 months ago, up at 5:30, in there for 6 every morning. I'll tell you what, the difference that makes.
Yeah, that's what I
The
do.
dopamine that you're getting by 7 o'clock,
Right, yeah, I have a
it's
bet that
lasting you
works.
through to 11 o'clock dinner time.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, that's it. I would have bet that
Because to be
works.
fair, I've thought about that, and that's as far as I've gone. Because to me, I agree with you. To me, I would be in my element if I could get up at 5 and go, all right, I'm down at the swimming pool. Well, I wouldn't go to the gym; it's not really my thing. But certainly down the swimming pool for an hour,
Yeah.
and then get back ready for work. Blah 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 blah. But for me, I don't sleep well anyway.
Mm.
So by the time I actually get to sleep, the last thing I want to be doing is getting up
Yeah,
early,
I know what you mean.
because I've done a few times where I've done it, and I get into 12, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and I'm starting to feel the fatigue already, and I'm like, oh, God's sake, I've still got half a day's work, and then it's half a day's practical work, but then you still, when you get home, you still got to do another
The
2
mental
hours
health.
of paperwork, or
Yeah. And then the
email
family
replies.
time.
Yeah.
And then
Lists.
for me,
Yeah.
it's just a constant circle. So then, because then sometimes I don't sleep very well. So then I stay up even later to try and literally get the point where I'm in exhaustion.
Yeah.
And then I'm hoping that when I go to bed, then my head's going to hit the pillow and I'm going to be out. But then that doesn't always happen as well, because sometimes I can be knackered when I'm downstairs, go to bed, minute
Yeah.
hits my pillow and the brain goes, woo,
Yeah.
I'm here.
Like one
Let's
cheek,
go
2
tick,
feet,
tick, tick, tick,
kangaroo, cow, moose. It's
yeah.
like, oh no, what's going on? Just let me sleep.
So
Got to remember doing this in the morning, isn't it?
Yeah. And it's a nightmare. And of course, you can't control that.
No, so you
It's
start thinking,
hard
"Oh, I'll do that at
It's
the
the
job
switching
tomorrow."
off phase. It's really, I find really hard. So,
That's it.
but yeah, so I agree with you with trying to do the exercise bit in the morning.
I think it's just being strict and blocking out that diary whenever it may be. Even if you start with just an hour a week, where maybe a Wednesday lunchtime at 12 o'clock, whatever it may be, for anyone watching, just try and find that one start point, whether it's half an hour, even just driving to the gym, sitting in the car park for 5 minutes on your phone and doing it again. Just try and get into something close and just build yourself up to it. You don't have to go straight in and go 5 days a week.
No.
You just
No.
try it and
Yeah.
walk to the gym one day and walk back. You've accomplished. You've been for a walk. It's just good as going to the gym. You've got some fresh air. You've cleared the mind. But I think for us as business owners, you've got to be strict with some time away from the business. I'm a sucker for it. I don't do it.
I'm a nightmare
I've
for it at the
been told
minute.
For ages to, counsellor said, block that time out. Block the time out. Jobs come in. Quotes need doing. I'll just put the quote in. I'm not doing nothing then.
And it's every time you block it out as well, isn't it? Every time we block something out, something crops up. Like
yeah.
every time we get in front, something crops up.
Yeah.
Like you with your
Yeah,
bloody
yeah.
van and stupid lads the
Yeah.
other week. It's like
Yeah.
you've just got in front. I just paid my van off. Like, what was it? 3 months ago. 2 weeks after I'd paid it off, the bloody cam belt slipped on it.
Oh, no.
Shattered the engine. I'm like, hang on, I've just been paying that off for the past 4 years. What's going on here?
Yeah. Yeah.
3,800 quid to redo
Yeah.
it. I'm like, hang on, no, it's gone to Knacker's yard.
Yeah.
So yeah, every time we get there,
I do feel that. I just, and I do get that. I think, I say to some people, the old phrase is, must have been wicked in a previous life, because it does feel that always something to kick you back down.
Always.
And like you say, you get 2 steps ahead of yourself and you finally get that reprieve where you go, do you know what? we're all right in the minute.
Yeah, I can breathe this
I can
week.
breathe a bit, and you can think it, and within the day or the following day, it's like, boom, something's dropped out and just smacked you back down. And you're like, why? What the hell?
Yeah, what have we done to deserve it?
Give us a break. But yeah, you do feel constantly to be dragged back down. So, I do find like positivity it's hard to keep sometimes. You do have to have those couple of low days to refocus yourself, pull yourself back in, and then go again. Which obviously, I suppose if they say look after yourself and maybe get a break, you might be a bit more positive on a general basis, or keep yourself, don't let it get on top of you and get rid of it.
Most of the emotions we feel are down to like 5 things: hunger, angriness, loneliness, tiredness, or feeling sad. And they can all be fixed, remedied quite easily throughout the course of the day. Make sure you eat, make sure you drink, make sure you connect with people. If you are stressed, just take 5 minutes and learn to pause in our day. Someone stresses out, just shut your mouth for a second. Even if it's a split second pause or a 10-second pause, just take that time, and then, shit changes quickly when you start doing that.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? It does. Bloody hell. Well, we'll give that one a good chewing.
Yeah, we give it all a good
Touch of
chewing.
base.
Paul, like wet white Will, got chewed off before.
He got wiped down, he did.
I think we could probably sit here all day talking about that, to be honest, going different ways and different things. But it's a strong subject to talk about for a lot of people on the trade, so it's strict coverage.
Yeah, and that's it. That's all we touched on it. So if people watch it, maybe even watching this will help people. If you're going through it, you're not alone. We're all going through it, ups and downs. So reach out and talk to somebody.
Yeah, don't sit there and suffer in silence.
Don't sit there and suffer in silence. Absolutely, just reach out. Somebody will either be going through what you've been going through at the same time, or already been through it and have come out the other side. So
can we drop a number at the bottom of these podcasts, Izzy? Yeah. So I'm quite happy for anybody that is struggling. I'll pop my number at the bottom of the podcast at the end of it. By all means, drop us a WhatsApp message anytime, day or night, and we'll give you a hand, point you in the right direction if need be. Yeah.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Get on, Phil.
Yeah.
I'm there with you as well, so we're here to help each other.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
Well done, lads. Thank you.
Chuck it in then. Get it in, and then we'll add we better add the proper one in as well.
Yeah.
So if we chuck in AA.
Yeah, we'll drop in NA.
Can we drop in AA?
NA and CA, yeah.
Maybe a Samaritans upline. That'd be pretty cool. So anybody needs any help or any speaking, ring someone, speak to them. Hope it helps. So we'll go on to a little bit more positivity now.
I was just going to say, to some people, these helplines may seem a bit like Marmite, which might drag us on to your I love him or hate him.
Or White Will.
Yeah, that's the one.
So we're going to do a little bit of nicknames. So we're going to come up with some nicknames that people have made up for people on site, and we'll see what people think and if we can relate to them, I suppose. So who wants to start? Who's going? Anybody? Go on.
I'll have a start then.
Go on then. What you got?
We got seaweed. So it floats around all day and stinks like shit.
Yeah, man, I like that.